Hey, book besties, how are you guys? I am here to give you guys a couple of reviews about the books that I've read thus far in the month of February. First, I read The Fall of Ingway by Justin M. Rose. What can I say? This is a true fantasy story. The audiobook of this was awesome, though I wish that the chapters didn't have the credits read in every last beginning of the chapter. And I must state that this was an ARC read, an ARC audiobook rather, and so it was really great. The execution of this audiobook was well thought out, felt like I was there like a fly on the wall. It's a bit confusing at first, but as you go along, it becomes very, very immersive. Now, my dear Ingway, by the way, the voiceover artist for him was amazing, by the way. God of Death. His character really showed so much growth. How can one be the god of death yet have so much empathy? That's such a hard task, which comes with consequences. Overall, I gave this a 4.2 star rating, and I look forward to reading the remainder of the series. Next, I read You're Not Supposed to Die Tonight by Kalynn Bayron. It was supposed to be a horror, but I really wanted to like this. I was really amped to read this, but unfortunately, it fell flatter than a piece of paper. I am so sorry. 75% of the book was just rambling about camp life, the FMC's own issues, and teens being teens at camp. It is a terrible spin on the Jason movie. What is that? Camp Crystal Lake. It's a spin on that. It really wasn't the best for me. It didn't really start getting decent until the last 3 chapters, and the plot was just like, what the heck did I just read? I didn't even like the ending. It was very lackluster. I do have the physical copy, and I did listen to the audiobook. Neither of them made a difference. I enjoy Bayron's books, but this one just was not it for me. I gave this one really a 3.25 rating. So sorry. Okay, the next book is another ARC read that I had. It's called Fae Queen Rising, an epic romantic fantasy. It's the first in the series of, I think, maybe 3 she's gonna write. I'm not sure, but this was actually really good. Can I just applaud Scarlett for writing this as her first book in the series? Like, this is really great. Someone who went against the norm and created an FMC that is for the 30+ year olds. And I'm like, oh my gosh, finally, right? From beginning to end, this was an amazing read. And oh, can we talk about that epic ending? Like, whew, it left me feeling like, OMG, did someone just gut punch me? I enjoyed that it was a little bit of spice, but not overly exhausting spice. It keeps to the fantasy narrative, yet it gives us adults something to smile about. All of the supporting characters were well written as well. If you're looking for a great FMC that's 30+ older, that has plenty of character growth, some spice, and some good male characters, and amazing fae fantasy content, this is for you. I did give this 4.5 star rating. Okay, the next book is for you Kennedy Ryan fans. Oh my gosh, your girl Kennedy, she did it again with a book called Coming Home. It's actually an audiobook on Audible. This definitely exceeded my expectations. To be short, this felt so good to listen to. This is extremely relatable as well as believable. It was beautifully written to the point that I wanted more. You hear me? I wanted more. Give me 12 hours worth of this book, okay? The voice actors, mwah, chef's kiss, okay, to them both. Kennedy Ryan wrote this unapologetically. Oh my gosh. I had to give this a 5-star rating, okay? Next up in my list is Rust in the Roots by Justina Ireland. This is like so not talked about. I don't know why. But anyway, this is a fantastic historical fantasy sci-fi read. Oh my God, this is so underrated. This is basically like a 1937 Negro Harry Potter mixed with Avengers Infinity War. Love, love, love. Look forward to reading more from this author. I was listening to the audiobook, but it got so good that I had to go grab a physical copy right from the bookstore. If you enjoy historical pieces with a lot of magic, witchy vibes, strange creatures, unicorns, dragons, humor, and growth, then this is definitely for you. Oh my goodness. I also have to put a disclaimer. If you're listening to the audiobook, you may want to get the Kindle version or whatever, because it'll leave you confused in the beginning, because it's actually speaking from three point of views that is being read from. It's a narrator, the Skylark, and the Peregrine, which is Laura Ann. Once I purchased the book, I also then saw how the story was being told, because it was also reading from newspaper articles, case files, notes, etc. The book actually has great pictures to go along with the story that makes it very immersive. I gave this 5-star reading. I mean, it was just amazing, okay? So Rust in the Root, you guys run out and get this. This is so not talked about a lot. I don't know why. Okay, well, next read. The last read I have for right now for the month of February was Cinderella is Dead by Kalynn Bayron. This read I felt could have been a lot better, but it definitely wasn't bad. There was so much room for this to really dig into the backstory and background of the true story of Cinderella, her family, and Charming. I really felt that this would have helped round out the story of the town and how everything came to be. Sophia in the beginning got on my very last nerves by just being inconsiderate of everyone else's fate. She was so bratty. It was just like, OMG, can I please slap her up out the pages? So she was very selfish in her thoughts and actions. Even if others felt the same way, she just took it upon herself to just do what she wanted to do. I do like the dark version of this instead of it being some cute little fairy tale. So overall, this wasn't a bad read. It definitely picked up midway through. It just left me wanting more. Characters could have had more depth to them as well. I don't know. It just fell flat in a few areas, but that's okay. I am going to put a warning. This is a LGBTQ plus read. So I'm just putting that warning out there for people who are not really into that type of content. So I hope I gave you guys some good book recommendations, some good reviews, so that, you may want to check out some of these good reads by some of these authors. I really enjoyed the majority of these, and I can't wait to finish up the rest of the month with